Go ahead. I'm checking to see what my fishing buddies are doing.
Oh,
Has there been anything newsworthy?
Yes, there's newsworthy things. We have guests today, and I think we're rolling. And if not, we're going to roll. Martin's looking at fishing scores. Si's
Jacob
wondering
Wheeler.
what's in the news. But I have breaking news. Today marks a special day on the calendar. 4 years ago today, we were trying to break the dance floor at Willie's house for the marriage of both Bella and Jacob Mayo.
Oh, that's today?
That's today.
And they're both here.
Well, that was the day of the union, boy.
Wow.
Day of the Union.
Wow. I had no
Union
idea.
of the day.
That.
Oh, y'all have made it through 4 years.
4 years.
Y'all got through the hard part.
Hey,
Y'all should probably write a book on it or something.
Oh,
that's
God.
right. Hey, Jacob,
How to
write a
make
book,
it 4
boy.
years.
How to make it 4 whole years.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
With
That's
Bella.
awesome, though.
With
That is.
fellow
There were
Robertson.
I ain't gonna lie, mine, there were some trying times those first 4 years.
He
man.
said it was some trying.
As a guy who just knocked off 10.
Was that
So-
crying times or trying?
So one of
A
us
little
was,
both?
one of us was crying for
Oh, okay.
sure.
Hey,
But-
It was me.
Which run home? which run home to mama first?
oh man. Lord. Well, congratulations, y'all. 4
Thank you.
years. That's
Thank you,
incredible.
thank you. Any advice for us?
Keep going.
Hold on tight.
I'm gonna
Bye.
tell you, I'll tell you this. The one thing Godwin told me that has reigned true through all of marriage, it gets better. He was not, in fact, wrong in that. He said, it just gets better. 10 years down, I can honestly say it is better now than it was 10 years ago. So that was the one truth that I've taken that I remember. I won't forget. It gets better.
Si, you've been married for 85 years.
No, 54.
54.
Can
He
you
remembers.
That's actually
good.
a wild number.
54 years of marriage.
54.
Especially to a mean one like I'm married to. Of course, I'm kidding.
But you've been married for, I mean, I feel like I've been married forever and it would take me 40 more years.
They're not 54 combined. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Combined age.
Yeah.
They're still
That's
short.
4 years
We
longer
are a
than my
little bit.
age doubled.
Yeah.
Si, you've been
No,
around
it's
for a
not.
minute, dog.
25
yeah,
twice
yeah.
is 50
Well,
plus 4.
but here's the deal. You got to work at it. It's just like when you do a garden. You got to work at it.
Life's a garden, dig it.
There's a lot of weed pulling
Yeah.
Gotta water it.
because you got two individuals that actually come together and they both bring excess baggage that is not needed.
There you go.
You know, and you've got to, pull here, throw that away. Oh, what? Oh, don't throw that away. Keep that.
That's good advice.
You're a garden guy. I've always said marriage is like a boat.
What?
You
Got a
better,
lot of holes.
you better
gotta
hold on.
repair.
Oh, bust
storm's
out.
probably going to show up out of nowhere.
I was going to go.
And
up-
if you both ain't working towards it, you're going to end up drowning in the ocean.
yeah.
Well, no.
bust
You
out
don't-
another
if
1,000.
you're not
That
both
works.
working forward,
Yep.
okay,
The waves will take you where they may.
You won't last.
You end up like Tom Hanks.
You'll separate.
Mm-hmm. She's with a dentist. You're just on an island by yourself.
It's like any time you put two different identities together in harness, if they don't pull together, they never accomplish nothing.
There
If
you
they're
go.
always pulling in different directions,
Speaking of,
Right.
no good.
but speaking of different directions, y'all did kind of take our fan base by storm.
With
You
the fan
two
on.
with
fan
the fan
off
on or
situation?
fan off situation. Has
Yeah.
that been resolved?
The fan's still on.
No, the
Ah,
fan will always be on.
I
I have to turn
like
it
it.
off every morning before she gets out of bed, though. So
Yeah,
That's a compromise.
yeah,
that
she
means-
says she can't get up with the fan on.
So you legitimately you just can't get out of bed when a
I
fan's
can't
on?
She's bedridden.
I can't
Or
open the
ridden.
covers and be exposed to the cold air.
That's right. She don't like cold air.
Put some clothes on, man. What do you be?
Pajamas still.
No, she's sleeping in a sweater and still not want the fan on.
I don't get it.
I don't either.
Well,
That's year 4, man.
hey,
When you
look,
get my
to
when
each
you
their
get my
own.
age, you will.
Yeah.
And in our relationship, the fan goes on at night and it goes off in the morning. That's the compromise.
I think y'all should invent like some
But-
timer to help save marriages? Because that seems like way too.
You know, it's crazy to me. Yeah, they make fans with remotes now. You don't even have to get out of bed to turn it off. You just
Good point.
you push a button.
But
Ours
how
is,
do I have to get a whole new fan?
well, yeah.
No, you don't have
I
to
have
do
to
that.
We just keep
Install
it
it?
old school.
Hey,
Just go turn the
then you
switch
miss-
on.
Then you miss all the
Let
fun.
me tell you one thing.
Installing
about
a
this
ceiling
marriage.
fan is like 2 screws if you've already got one
Well,
up.
Unless you
Let me tell you one
electrocute
thing though about this marriage. Is that if someone is screwing in the fixture or whatever, it's me. And I do
don't-
not like to do that
I don't
stuff.
know if I would agree with that fully.
It's true.
I don't know if I'd agree with it fully.
All
I'd
right,
agree,
Mr. Handyman.
I'd say 50-50.
Wait,
50-50.
Yeah.
No, it's
Hey,
more
that's
like
why-
85-15.
That's why you
Oh.
hire someone.
That's
to
what I
do.
do.
That.
That's I hire people to do it.
Yeah.
I don't personally
But
do it. It's not
I
my
don't
cup
like
of
to
tea.
hire people, so most of the time.
Well, wait a minute. Whoa.
Yeah. Time out.
Time out.
We
Hey,
got 4
look.
years down, but this fifth one gonna be
That's
hard.
like me. If I try to fix something at the house, I'm gonna have to pay about 3 times more
Yeah.
when I got
That's-
call the guy that does it for a living.
I
Yeah.
broke a washing machine
I would.
recently.
Yeah, I would say that's me too.
Yeah.
So,
You
Well,
I'm
broke.
not a fix it guy.
yeah, I'm not either.
Okay, and don't try to make me. Don't try to give me a honey-do list,
Yeah.
because I'm gonna laugh at you, tear it
more-
up, and you're gonna get mad.
Yeah.
Well,
Why?
hey, back to what ago. Y'all are missing the fun. Because look,
Doesn't seem like it.
hey, no, because there's a lot of giggling going on at my house.
A lot of giggling.
Yeah, when it gets a little cool,
Mm.
because I get cool and then I get cuddly.
Oh. Okay.
So the first thing you hear if I get cold, you're gonna hear my wife giggling.
What does that do for you? What does that do for you, Bella? You ever just pictured
yeah.
your Uncle Si?
I didn't want to know that.
You ever
Oh,
just
no,
pictured
I'm-
Si
someone turn
cuddling?
the air
Oh
off.
no, I'm a cuddler from way back. Okay,
Oh.
that's from my mother having dogs to help her wake the children up.
Y'all ain't got like an alarm clock?
I would know
A rooster?
No, but it's more fun with the dog. So we'll hear in there and smell the bacon cooking and all that, and then we'll hear, "Mamie, it's time to get the kids up."
Who's Mamie?
The
Mamie's
dog.
the dog that
The
weighs
big
125 pounds that has been out all night in the cold. So her nose is like an icicle. And guess what? She's coming in the bed, and there ain't no way you can keep her out from under the covers.
You can't turn that off with a
Oh,
remote.
no. Because here she comes, and then it's, You know,
I thought
she
you were gonna
sticks
say the
that
dog
cold
started
nose to-
giggling. You know,
The
I
dog
didn't know
giggles,
the
too.
dog
What?
giggles too.
So-
I didn't know.
So what about that dog made you cuddle?
Well, hey, when I got married, if I get cold, I know where
used to be the
I know where
dog.
to get warm.
Okay. All right.
Hey, I go to mama and get warm real quick.
Okay. Hey.
Then the fun begins.
Our 16-year-old intern is finding a good giggle about
He just
this.
went. That was the exact face he made. Hold on, but I have to reverse this a little bit. You're installing appliances at your home?
No, she's not. She is.
I
now
did
fibbing.
install.
She put these Amazon
Wait,
$10
wait. No,
sconces
not
up
those.
beside our bed and thinks
That's
she's
not
a
what I'm
new
talking about.
engineer.
That's
Okay,
not what I'm talking about.
that is what she's talking
No,
about
I'm
over
talking
here.
about the gift that I got you that you
Oh,
love.
she bought me a bidet one time, and a part of the Christmas gift, she put the bidet on the toilet. A
I-
new
There you
engineer.
go.
Hey,
I
it's a
unscrewed the
Christmas
plumbing and
gift.
I knew how to do it.
That's
it
what
all
I'm
together.
saying.
To be
Who
fair,
knows?
sir, that's impressive.
That's what I'm
'cause my
saying.
wife doesn't know how to work a light bulb.
See?
That's what I'm saying.
What else
I
are you
did that.
installing?
That's it.
Well, I just mean like I hang everything that we ordered, like
Oh, no,
frames,
our walls are bare at
pictures,
my
all
house.
that kind of stuff. I hang everything.
She puts the nail
I
in
put
and I
together-
put it on the wall for her.
I do that.
I'm on
I do
Jacob's
that.
side here.
I'll let her
Anyway.
win, though. It's not a big deal. I don't have anything to prove. So I'm not a handyman, and I'm okay with that.
That's okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I just thought she was about to be like, I ordered a refrigerator, had that hooked up, put the dishwasher in.
Yeah, she got the dolly out, put it
Hey.
in the house, you know.
But
As
you
long
are-
as long as you provide.
But I installed the bidet. Can
Yes.
someone give me
Hey,
credit
give her-
for that?
Yeah. Hey, I'm
Thank
cleaner for it. Let's
You're-
just
yeah.
say. Cleaner for it.
Well, you both are.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
It's shared.
yeah, I mean, I've never been a part of a home where the
Look,
wife knew
it's
how
a
to do
given-
anything like that.
Hey, it's a give and take,
Yeah.
and it's a hey, you use your strong points, And if I have any, I'll try to use mine.
Yeah.
Brittany,
good call.
Brittany does a lot of that stuff at the house.
What?
Like hanging stuff and all that.
Oh, tell her to go to
Well,
my
hey,
house.
it should be that way because, hey, that's your domain.
Well, she was raised.
That is a good call.
Her dad and granddad are both like shade tree carpenters. So, like squares and all that stuff make me, I'm Phil Robertson. Like, nothing in nature square.
Amen.
Like,
Hey, they ain't square, boys. Don't make
which also just means you're a poor carpenter.
Right.
So I stay out of that realm, but not. I mean, I could install a bidet. I fixed toilets, fixed our air conditioner. Like there's,
Plumbing doesn't scare me. Electricity is terrifying.
but yeah, putting stuff on a wall, 0 out of 10 chance I get it the right height or straight. So
I got a stop box right here, Martin.
what's in it?
My keys.
You better get
And if I was in a need of a quick getaway, but I didn't want anybody else to have my keys,
yeah, there you go.
and
You
they're
got
open.
'em.
What?
Hey, you can put anything you want in your Stopbox Pro. If you own a handgun, your storage likely fits into one of two frustrating categories. It's either locked away, which is great because it's safe and out of reach, but in an emergency, it's locked away.
Have
and
you
out
ever
of
had a
reach.
bad guy and you looked at him and said, "Hey, can you give me a couple minutes while I go do a combination
Yeah,
lock?"
hold on, stand right there. I'll be right back. Or even worse, it's unsecured, and then you got toddlers running around your house, and next thing you know,
Can't be doing
like,
that.
they end up with your valuables, like whether it be a firearm, your keys, your wallet, anything. Like you can put anything that'll fit inside the Stopbox in the Stopbox. It's not just for handguns. It's not just for passports. And with the Stopbox Pro, that's all you need because the Stopbox Pro's ingenious push-button locking system gives you fast, reliable access when every second matters without the hassle of keys or reliance on batteries. It's 100% mechanical, so it works every time. No power needed. No more fumbling with keys or relying on batteries. With Stopbox USA, you finally have both security and readiness without the hassle. And all Stopbox products are proudly made right here in the USA, in their own facility. So you've got American jobs, you got high quality craftsmanship. We all preach today, made in America, all the things, right? Well, Stopbox is putting their money where their mouth is. And for a limited time only, our listeners are getting a crazy deal. Our listeners are getting 10% off your entire order when you use the code DUCKCALL at StopboxUSA.com. And right now, Stopbox is also running a deal on their most popular bundle, the 2-pack, which saves you over 30% and comes with free accessories and shipping. That's 10% off and a big bundle discount when you use code DUCKCALL at StopboxUSA.com. Discover a better way to balance security and readiness with Stopbox.
What quirk does he have
Oh.
that drives you nuts?
Okay.
Look at him.
And then vice versa.
Well, I think
Okay.
this is what we've talked about. It's the fan.
That's it. Like it's
That
the
is
fan.
the thing.
Yeah,
If
for
they didn't figure out how to work this fan out, we wouldn't be here right now.
for her, it's the fan, and for him, it's a sink full of dishes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ain't that the two things that drive
Yeah,
y'all said?
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah. He washes the dishes.
Yep.
He washes the dishes, and
Oh.
she does all the
Oh, my
carpentry.
goodness. Someone was screaming, oh, no, you don't.
I cook. And
I
then
have a
he
question
washes
for you,
dishes.
Bella.
No.
It's a good combo.
Amen.
Has-
Whatever, don't let nobody tell you what to do in your home.
Hey,
Yeah.
Bella was cooking last night. I FaceTimed her because the boys wanted to say
Whatever
hello.
works for you two,
Yeah.
that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Has he ever backed
All the
into
rest
your
of them will
vehicle?
go jump in the lake.
Not mine, just everybody else's.
Just
Um,
my
Just
friend
his
twice,
friend.
okay?
I got the truth of that, by the way. Friend's a good customer. Zach, shout out Zach. He said he didn't tell the truth.
What did he say?
He said that he walked in and said, "Hey, I'm parked behind you. Don't back into me." On the second time,
I
and
don't
then
know.
you went.
I don't know if he's stretching that. I have no recollection.
Well, hey, I will use a Phil Robertson deal here. He was terrible at that.
Yeah. Hey.
Okay. So he would tell you, don't park behind me. If you did, you're risking getting your vehicle run over.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is why I have never gotten
You
my
know.
car hit because I always park in front
Oh
of
yeah,
Jacob.
Larry. I'm gonna one up myself here for a second since we've been roasting
I'm
myself
scared.
a little bit.
We haven't been roasting you.
Who puts the gas in your car
You.
since we've been married?
Wait, you don't know how to. You don't.
No,
pump
I
I
just
know how
pump her
to. I
gas
just don't.
for her,
I
like-
just text
No,
him.
it's-
I need gas today. Meet me.
I'm saying.
And he.
Oh,
meets
wait.
me.
This is a meetup situation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I go.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, go fill up
Allison,
her
if you
grass.
are listening, no chance, homegirl. You
That's
slide
just,
that
it's just
car,
an old
you
school
get out.
thing. I just fill
I
her gas
can,
up.
but he just does it.
That's
so why
sweet.
would I?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
My wife told me about a guy that did that for his wife, and I said you should have married him.
Yeah.
I can get
Should have
call.
gave that one a whirl.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm all about equal treatment of men and women. Pump your own gas.
Pump
That's
your own
fine.
gas. And I only
That's
go
the
put
thing.
$5
When
in.
Jacob's
So
out of town, I'll fill it up every time. It's just that he offers and he likes to.
I like that. That's a sweet little.
It's a nice
When
And
easy
if he
gesture.
can't, he's like, no, I'm kind of far. I'll be like, okay, I'll do it. But he just doesn't.
So when you pump gas, do you go till it shuts off or do you stop on zeros?
Not go till it shuts off.
I go to $20 and then I get so bored that I have to go
Well,
do
what I'll
something
do
else.
is,
You need to call Jacob to come do it.
yeah, I'll come talk to you too. I'll just talk to
That
you
would
by the
make it
window.
where I could fill it up.
Jacob
I
comes
can't
and
just
does
let
it, and he
click
comes to my window and
take
just
it out.
talks to me.
Yeah.
I've got to run it up till it's
Even?
I have to
Nah,
do an
it's
even
clear.
dollar amount.
I'm
I have
the
to.
same way.
I have
I'm
to.
the same way.
It shuts off and then I go to the next
$11.50
dollar.
If it's $11.50, I got to run 10. You know,
I used to
50
do that,
cents
and then the
off.
gas comes back on me, so I just stopped doing that.
Well, you
crap.
got to let it breathe for a minute. You got
Yeah.
to let the bubbles settle down. You
Good
got to
call.
like pull it out, let it breathe, and then you
No,
go.
we were
back
going
in.
to gas.
Well,
I do fill up now though because I'm an adult, but I'm also just trying to see how long I can go without getting gas. Current record 31 days.
Yeah, you fill up once a month. So.
I knew a guy that just
I
I
drive
do
too
run
much.
it till the last.
he always run his pickup.
Every time.
It was fixed to go out of gas.
Yeah, he went through a
That
lot
was
of
just-
fuel pumps.
That was just him.
Yeah,
I do that.
I
too.
said, hey, he said, I run out of gas the other day. And I said, it's no wonder. I said, you drive it forever, it's going to run out, son. And you don't ever fill it up.
oh,
Never.
No, give me $5 worth. Or give me $6, $7, $10, $8, whatever.
$7.
That'll get you where you need
Give
to
me
go.
2 gallons, boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Well, I could understand it when we didn't have no money.
Right.
You know, I'd pull up, hey, give me 50 cents worth. That's all I had.
Yeah.
You know. But,
Sure.
you know, these days, hey, come on.
5
50 cents
16ths
won't
of a
get you down
gallon.
the street.
You spill 50 cents of gas whenever you take the nozzle off.
Yeah.
the thing.
Makes me
Yeah.
sad. Anyways, y'all are on a
man.
big TV show now.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
it like, Jacob? You weren't around for DD version 1, the Duck Dynasty version
You
1.
weren't, were you?
No,
God, I really got to thinking about that the other day,
Bella was
Not
like
at all.
8.
and I was like, man, that was
When it
long
started.
ago.
Well, see, I've asked, hey, what do you think is going to be a good, the fans are going to enjoy it?
I hope so.
So I wouldn't know. He didn't watch the first episode.
No, I talk about it a lot, though.
You,
Oh.
you
And
haven't
I-
watched it, but you talk about it. Is it imagination?
No, it's good.
Oh,
It's
okay.
good. No,
He knows.
'cause I told him, I said, look, y'all need to check out the Duck Dynasty new revival. Okay, I said, because I said, in my humble opinion, I think it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
There's so many characters to choose from who you can like.
Yeah.
And I said, and I have to say, I was surprised. There's a lot of talent there
It's the most Jace compliment
charge-
of all time.
to change, to check for it.
I mean, I couldn't
Well,
believe how
Uncle
good
Si, that's a
you were.
compliment.
Yeah, we'll
Thank
take
you.
it.
No, I'm
Thank
serious.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask, who were you most surprised by?
Yeah, he's shocked that some of y'all have talent.
Yeah.
Well, no.
I'm going to ask. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I'm not going to answer.
They can't hate. They
I'm not
can't
gonna
hate
answer
you. You're their uncle.
I think they have a lot of potential.
Okay. Well, then who's got the least amount? If you won't tell me who's got the most, who's got the least?
I ain't gonna tell you that either.
Well, then
Who's your favorite character on the
Huh?
new show? Who's your favorite character on the new
Me,
show?
of course.
himself. Yeah. Si loves Si. Now,
I love me. boy.
I love Si
You're
too.
funny.
No
No,
offense, y'all.
no, I'm just saying. I'm looking forward to see what the fans say, because there's no doubt in my mind they're gonna love it.
Yeah, you're going to
Yeah.
be scrolling all over Facebook and
Yeah.
TikTok and
I-
Instagram, huh?
'Cause-
Yeah. I think it'll
'cause
do well.
It's actually good. You know, and like my
It's
hat's off.
actually
Well, I
good.
will say this: my hat's off to two. Okay, that's him and Christian.
Him and Christian.
Oh.
Because they
Jacob?
put up with so much bull from me, and they do it very good.
Christian got again today.
Did he?
No,
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
serious.
hard.
And they do it very good, because I'm surprised. They shocked me that they do take it so well.
Yeah. Well, today you said he has 0 brains, so we'll see.
Well, no, because hey, it goes on and on. All
Yeah,
the
it
time.
does. Yeah.
But-
I think
Si
it's
said it's a good thing he
Now,
got
this
muscles.
One, oh no! Now, this one here, he's like a junkyard dog. You rattle his cage,
That's that Balkanville.
yeah, and he's gonna rattle back.
That's what happens when you.
I shake the cage with you.
No, and and that's why I said it's gonna be great.
When you get caught,
I can't wait in a few weeks when they see the chicken coop episode.
No, because I felt so bad doing that. I really did. Because they just kept saying, "Oh, hey, no, you got to get on them worse, yo."
It was funny.
oh my goodness.
Yeah, I think it'll be
gracious.
good, and I think based off like the first episode, it'll really open up like as the season goes.
No, it started out, and it's a good thing it did.
Yeah,
it started out on the first episode kind of slow.
Right, exactly.
But trust me when I tell you,
This man acting like he watched
but he didn't watch it.
He hasn't
It's
watched
just very introductory.
I just when it was filmed, I watched it.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm involved in.
He is the greatest television person.
Hey,
he didn't even watch it, and he knows.
He's the producer. I forgot. He's
It
producing
started
this.
out slow, but trust me when I tell you, okay, the train picks up speed, and every once in a while it jumps jack.
I
have
agree.
No idea what happened.
Well, you know, a lot of people after the first night were commenting. Not a lot of people, maybe like 10 people, but people were saying that I was Scrooge and rude and whatever. And it made me think about the day when we were doing a certain scene. I would leave that till they find out. But remember Uncle Si was telling me and you we were the Scrooges.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
are
we
the
needed
Scrooge.
to have
That's why
some
we love
fun.
you.
No, hey, everybody's
No, you're
got
not.
their part.
Yep.
Okay, and hey, if it fits, wear it. And wear it with a badge of honor. You know, that would be the best Scrooge you can be if it's just.
I will
what it
be.
is.
Thank you.
Best advice from Si. If it fits, wear it.
Yeah. Hey,
That's true.
you know.
That's another political standpoint for Si.
Well,
It
it's
fits,
one of
wear
them things, okay, because they're gonna put like when you was in class with your peers, they're gonna put labels on you.
Oh yeah.
Okay, now you can either get mad about it, or fight it, or even fight over it.
Or you can
But
embrace it.
it's not gonna go away, or you can just wear it on
You
it.
can embrace it.
Yeah, embrace it. You
I
know?
mean, look
So,
at
hey, well,
the finest example of that. Look at John Godwin. He's still writing ham sandwiches.
Ham sandwich.
Like, you know, he's still everywhere. Your hands still smell like taco meat. I'm so glad I didn't get his. Woo, man. Godwin was
John Godwin
was a real one on that deal.
You know what I'll tell you about? Pure Talk, my wireless company, a veteran-led company, believes every man and woman who has faithfully served this country deserves to proudly fly an American flag that was actually made in America.
How can you not agree with that?
That's right.
Si agrees with that so much,
Yeah.
he put it red, white, and blue shingles on his roof because he's a proud veteran and we support proud veterans. And that's why we love Pure Talk, because they're on a mission to give an allegiance flag, the highest quality American flag, to 1,000 U.S. veterans in time for Flag Day and the U.S. Army's birthday. Supporting this great cause is super easy. Just switch your cell phone service to Pure Talk this month, and a portion of every sale they make will go towards providing these high-quality flags to deserving veterans. And here's the kicker. Why it's a win-win-win. With plans from just $25 a month for unlimited talk, unlimited text, and plenty of data, you can enjoy America's most dependable 5G network while cutting your cell phone bill in half.
Cut it, baby.
The average family saves over $1,000 a year. I don't know if you know this. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. Ain't nobody mad somebody walk up to you at the end of the year and hand you a grand. Nobody's mad.
I would be so excited. Switching super easy. I did it. Took 10 minutes. Kept my same phone number that I've had since I was like 14. So I liked that. I said I'm in on that. And they're always helping out veterans. This is just one other cause that they're doing right now. So if you want to get involved in that, just go to puretalk.com/duck to switch hassle-free in as little as 10 minutes. Again, that's puretalk.com/duck to support veterans and to switch to America's wireless company, Pure Talk.
Oh, but so Jacob, your first experience with it, I remember when we first did it. Have you had any like phone calls from people that you haven't talked to in 10 years or so?
Definitely.
That all of a sudden saw that and like, hey man, what's up?
Yeah, I'm definitely. Yeah, hey, what's up? Or like, congrats, or can't believe you made it.
Yeah,
I'm just like, I guess so. Here we
Yeah.
are.
You've made it. Well, that ain't the only thing.
Well,
that y'all-
no, because look,
Yeah, I got something else to talk to him about. too.
here's the deal. A lot of people can't do it.
Yeah, sure.
You know? I mean, really, it's something about, a camera is just, it's like pointing a gun at them.
Right. No, it's really
You know,
just
it's
freeze
just-
up.
You know?
Yeah.
Or some, okay, just
You point out a gun at them and they go crazy.
They don't even know it's there.
Yeah.
anymore.
That's you.
He blossomed.
No, because I don't even see them anymore.
Mhm.
I will say,
Because, hey, and here's why.
That is not
I'm
true.
always
by the way.
self-centered.
Yeah.
No, that's not true.
No.
You see them.
You see him.
Because when you see them,
You
turn it up to
crank
11.
it up.
And I said, don't even say you don't see them.
Look, we
You
brought
can quit that.
Well-
I'm going to call you out on that one, old man. Like,
I met this girl named
You're
Kelsey. the other
correct.
day.
Okay, I do see them,
yeah.
and I guess when deep down in,
It's that meme, though.
Yeah.
It's like,
He gets-
let's go.
He's gonna give it to you.
He's
that's
the
my
meme you
moment-
see on the
that's my
internet.
moment telling me, okay, you can brighten the lights.
When that camera goes on Si,
Yeah.
Si says,
you
let's
can
get
turn
this.
it up.
Let's get this bread.
Well,
I
you were
guess.
here the other day when our
All right.
friend Kelsey came in,
Oh yeah.
and so I said, "Look, he's gonna be tired. He's been filming, so probably just get a quick picture and be on our way." And
No.
she sat there, and I was like, "Yeah, he's tired. Sorry." And then she asked the right question,
Yeah. 23-minute sermon sitting right there.
and then her dad pulled out a phone and started recording it. And I looked at his phone when you were done. You talked to that girl for 23 straight minutes.
Yeah. 23
and
minutes.
just gave it everything you had. And when they left, I said, "Yeah, he's really like that, by the way.
Yeah.
That's just him."
Yeah. Oh, by the way. Yeah. But she was leaving for boot camp. And so
Oh,
that
yeah.
was a really cool experience for her. She's going to serve our country. So that's awesome, man. She
Man.
got a once in a lifetime deal there. The,
Um,
no, but
Why
y'all,
do people
if-
freeze up on camera?
because they don't know what to do. Because just like Si said, they get self-conscious.
Yeah, it's a self.
And all of a
it's definitely a
sudden,
self-conscious.
What am I
thing.
going to sound like? What am I going to look like? The
Right.
embracing part is who cares? Like at the end of the day, who cares?
Well, hey, here's
And then
the
there's
deal.
also the people that try to get in front of it, but they're terrible on it. And you're like,
Right.
all right, yeah, but maybe you should be a little more self-conscious, like slide over there.
But I think I think you can get over it. Like if you.
Oh yeah, you just got to picture them naked.
No, I'm just talking.
No, thank you.
I'm talking about the camera. Like if you're scared of it
I
at
feel
first, I
with
think
that.
over time you can get
Yeah.
used to it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But not everybody. I'm just saying, for some people you can.
But that says something though for you.
Yeah.
Okay, that it you just you're kind of you don't even really you don't care one way or the other.
Right.
Is it on me or is it ain't?
Yeah.
No, that's why I like Jacob because he don't. care.
Jacob's got
Oh.
just enough don't give a crap in him
Yeah.
He works well.
to really work out on camera.
He works well with me, especially hunting wise. I'm like, yeah, come on, you can go with me. That ain't no problem because we don't care.
I don't
Like, who
care.
cares? You flare them, who cares? There'll be some more here in a minute. Who cares? Ain't no big deal. Like, I do care if they get over the decoys and you don't kill them.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
now-
I do care about that.
Oh yeah.
but
Then we got a problem.
Then we have an
Right.
issue.
but
Yeah.
other than that,
This is hey, that's the reason we got them in close
Right.
so we can get them on camera dying.
Yeah. Get them in there tight.
but y'all got a lot of news. So we got General Vintage storefront.
The
just
retail is
open.
Retail.
How's that going?
It's good, man. Learning how to manage employees and learning what works in store and e-commerce and the difference and
Have you
just
had
kind of
a-
meshing it.
Have you had a customer bigger than Brittany yet?
Yeah. I have.
We went to the grand opening. Brittany starts taking the decorations off the wall. He puts the expensive shirts in. He's like, ain't nobody gonna buy this. There goes Brittany going shopping on the wall instead of on the rack. I'm like, oh, God.
Do you want to hear something funny? I don't
Like,
I don't know if I told you this, but when she said she wanted that shirt, I knew it was $125 in my head. And she like asked about it to get it down. I made my employee get it down because I didn't want like her to be sad when she saw the price on it, but she ended up getting it anyway. So
yeah. Hey, look, if I could spend money to support my people doing their thing,
sure.
absolutely. I mean, I got a John
Thanks,
Chris T-shirt over there for the same reason.
That was
Like,
$35.
That was $35.
Yeah.
but it was
I'm-
new.
Yeah,
But-
this wasn't collectible.
But I bought
that.
I bought me one. I bought Brittany one. At the time, I bought Allison one. Then she slid a Venmo back to me, but I wasn't expecting that either. But
Allison
like when you get the chance to support your friends and quasi family, do it.
You
Like
do.
who cares?
appreciate
Like
it.
I'm not going to go in there and ask for a discount. Like,
Did you just call yourself Quasi Bella's family, by the way?
well, I did in fact help raise her.
I'm about to say,
you
he
know,
I was
pretty
about to
much
say,
is.
because I have,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a
Hey.
few photos here of
Yeah.
you at Take Your Daughter to School Day.
that's what I'm
just gonna
talking
say,
about. See,
That
that's
was
my
my
girl.
8th birthday.
Look, that's
That's
my
your
girl.
8th birthday? That looks like it's at school.
It was Martin and my dad and Godwin and
Uh-huh.
Jordan Summit came and picked all of me and my friends up in the RV wrapped with
Look at that
Dad's
shirt.
face
That
on
shirt's awesome.
We went-
Flames with Duck Commander.
It was
Oh,
15
yeah.
back in the day. Now you can sell it for 40.
they picked us all up from school and drove us out to a horse camp.
Yep, we sure did. That
Oh, I
was,
always remember you saying, "Hey, I gotta go."
I gotta go get Bella. Yeah.
So I gotta go get
Look at that.
That's Martin, the Godfather.
My favorite
That's
is
Martin's birthday.
yeah, that's my birthday. See, I don't even know what birthday that would have been.
Bella looked like
I
she
was
grew up
8,
in
so-
Balkanville.
My favorite.
She was the ragamuffin of a certain street I grew up on.
Well, let me just say something. This is pre-Duck Dynasty, so she couldn't get them teeth fixed yet.
Them teeth were terrible.
She'd be over there just asking for Dr. Pepper for Christmas.
That is a
And guess
crazy
who got
story.
it for me?
My mom.
Your mom.
My mom finds
I
something
asked
funny.
for Dr. Pepper for Christmas, and
Hey.
Janice said, I'll come through.
Low maintenance kid.
My
A
mom got me a
12-pack.
12-pack, and Janice got me 2 2-liters.
Uh-huh.
What a Christmas ask.
My favorite
My mom
part.
was like, easy.
Why
Done.
Why did you refuse to walk? Because every picture of us from back then is always me holding you. That's my. She
That was the
never
bond that
walked
y'all had.
anywhere.
I was the baby.
She was attached to your hip.
She was. Hey, and I'm a better man for it. It was kind of like getting a start at parenthood without having the child. I got to leave every night, or most nights. I did sleep on their couch a few nights. But, you know, that
With
was.
bows in your hair.
Yeah, bows, makeup. I didn't care. Y'all do whatever. You and Mia and Ashlyn do whatever y'all got to do to me. I don't care. I was
along for the ride.
I was the potter's clay, man.
Yeah,
I,
You,
didn't-
you
My mom-
honestly were just trying to earn that ode to pork later that night.
I really was just waiting on dinner. Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom has like hundreds of pictures that I took of you of just like the back of your hair with like bows all in it, braids down the back that I took
Oh yeah.
taking pictures of my creations in your hair.
I could care less, man. I was having the time of my life, and you know what else? I was poor. Like I was making $21,000 a year working at Duck Commander. If I got a free lunch or a free bill, you bet you, buddy,
Take it.
I'd stick around.
That's
I would hang.
You were paid
out
well compared to most of us.
at 21 grand.
I'm joking.
I was about to say, time out now.
Hey.
Like you didn't even have to drive to Las Vegas, so I don't want to hear
No,
that.
I wasn't ever going to do that.
Yeah, that's what I had to do.
I was hanging with Willie.
Yeah,
Not getting any more money, but,
no, but
PJ.
but the ride was
Or
a little
to-
easier.
yeah,
Or drive to OCS just to pick me up for Chick-fil-A.
or check her out. Yeah,
I've made that ride. Thank you.
Yeah.
Once Martin graduated to TV, here I slipped in. Except I had the great esteem of having to pick up Will all the time.
Bobby.
Bobby.
No, it was just Bella was the only one. For some reason, I was on the school checkout list, and there I'd go thinking it was sanctioned.
Yeah.
Nobody really cared. Ever.
You actually win because I had to deal with them when they were like 16.
Yeah, when they could talk back.
No, when they would just pop tires all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
She did that.
She's popped 11 in 1 year.
She.
That was that first year they were there.
Yeah, we were there for
I was
that.
I was the pickup and the. I just had a child. Benz was born, and I was at the hospital, and Will was like, "Hey, Bella's over on Louisville. She ran her tire off the road," and I was like, "Just had a kid, man. All right, well, here we go." I actually have a picture of that.
Oh man,
Which one?
There's good times.
Which one is the? That's a problem that you can ask that.
Yeah.
I will say she hasn't
I really
popped
don't know which
tire in
one
a
you're
while.
talking about.
Well, she now drives a vehicle with a little more tire too.
Right, yeah.
That first one. What was that
The
first
Volvo.
one?
I hate that
I hated
car.
that car.
Don't
I
drive
loved
a
it, but
Volvo.
it always, I think it was prone to tire pop.
Well, it had 2 inches of tire. Like
Prone
I mean,
to
there
tire
was
popping?
no
You were
tire.
prone to running into stuff.
Yeah, curbs were optional in your book.
Well, to
I
be
mean-
fair, since I got a new car, I haven't popped any tires.
Yeah,
Alright.
only Jacob's having the wrecks now.
Yeah, in my driveway.
Look out for these people.
Don't even worry about the road. Just don't come in my driveway.
Oh man, that's so
Don't
fun.
park in his house. Hey, you looked in the mirror lately? You got a resemblance of me. You ain't as good looking as I am, though. That's the problem. You look like you've been whooped with an ugly stick, son. Are you going to crank this thing up? We're going to go for a spin? You old rascal, you know what time it is? It's summertime, dummy. And you know what I'm going to do all summer? I'm going to sit on my butt and drink y'all's sweet peach tea. All summer long. Hey, here's the thing about y'all sweet tea. Okay, you're in complete control. See how dark that is? That's because I steep it a long time. You can make it lighter, don't steep it as long. You can add as much sugar as you want or drink it unsweet. I'm telling you though, the sweet, peach tea, hey, you got sugar in that because it's got to have that Georgia peach flavor. And they're sweet. It's the best, okay? Period. Y'all sweet tea is the best your taste buds have ever experienced. Get yours today. Visit y'allsweettea.com And when you use the promo code DUCK at checkout, hey, you save 10% off your order. Hey, look, you put money back in your pocket, dummy. That's YALLSweetTea.com, promo code DUCK to get 10% off your order today. Hey, crank this baby up. Let's go, son. You can't drive, right? You got a license?
We're about halfway through, maybe a little longer, but I do want to, and kind of keeping up with what we've been doing on the podcast since we lost this version of Phil, our earthly version of Phil. Bella is your papa Phil. How was that? Because you were almost the baby grandchild, like before the greats got started. What is Mia just a little bit younger than you?
Yeah, a year.
Yeah, a year younger. So I guess you are then
Then there's Priscilla and River. Yeah.
Always. Well, they moved off to Texas for so long. I forget that their age is a little bit lower than that too. But out of the ones that stayed here, how was it as Phil as your papa, your grandfather?
He was the best. I think he was the best for everyone. Loved Papa Phil, but I think my group of grandkids, he was so great because the older kids are like always talk about, all the crazy things that they did and that all the things with like the wooden spoon and all that stuff, which my generation was all girls. It was just me, Mia, Lily, Merritt, all girls. The only thing, obviously, he still had the nap rule. Like the only rule was don't wake him up from a nap. And we woke him up a few times, but there was no wooden spoon involved, at least for me.
Yeah, he couldn't do it to the
Thankfully.
He couldn't do it to the little grand girl.
But he was always the best. I mean, he was funny because I told Mama Kay this the other day because there's some pictures of me and Lily sitting in his lap in his chair, and Mama Kay was like, "Well, that's rare," because he wasn't too fond of grandkids sitting in his chair, but he always did want us. We would come and see him right when we got there and sit in his lap for like 5 minutes, and he'd be like, "All right, now get out of here."
Oh yeah,
I remember.
I remember that because we were working down there, and I always remember when y'all would come in. He'd say, "Come on over here, little girls.
Mm-hmm.
Come on over here, my little grand girls."
For like 5 minutes, and then we would get annoying.
Yeah.
He'd be like,
He was not your typical grandpa.
No, he'd say, "Come over here, you little grand girls," and about 3 minutes later, he's like, "All right, now y'all go in the playroom. Get back here in the back."
But me and Mom talked about this too, and I feel the same way about Uncle Si. But we do, I feel like, have very special memories with our grandpa and with Uncle Si because we were filming. We got to do a lot of fun things together, like when we went to the land with you guys and did it was like brush on the line or whatever.
He took a chainsaw to a playhouse.
Yeah,
that was
with all y'all in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We did a lot of fun things. So
that's interesting.
Filming with Papa Phil, we had so many fun memories going to Hawaii and all those different things we got to do.
Yeah, traveling with Phil was never boring. Like,
and his cooking always was my favorite.
2 weeks in Scotland with that man was quite a time to be alive. All right, Jacob, now it's your turn. You're relatively new in the whole thing. Sure. So your memories of Papa Phil, did you call him Papa or did you just call him Phil?
It just depends. Yeah. Depending on the situation.
Yeah.
I had to suss it out.
Depending on what you had done.
I usually just call him Phil, though.
Yeah.
If I was talking to Bella, I'd say Papa Phil. Yeah. I'll call Kay, man. I'm okay, so.
Yeah.
But, no, I have some funny memories. I guess 2 of them are, like, the first time I worked at the land with Jay Stone, I'd been around Phil a few times, but y'all know it. Phil doesn't always remember you right when he meets you. He sees so many people all the time. So he hadn't fully known who I was at this moment, but we were coming back off the land, and me and Jay were working on the tractor, and he was at this mayhaw tree. He says, "Come here, boy." I'm like, "Yes, sir." He's like, "Get up in that tractor on the bed and lift you up, shake that tree for me. We're gonna get all these berries down." And so they put me up in the mayhaw, like in the tractor bed, and lifted me up there, and I shook the mayhaw tree, and that's like a memory I'll always remember, getting those mayhaw berries. And then the other time was I was working on the land with Jay, and he called me. This was like to go back there the next day. Well, supposedly Phil would go out there and work with Dan, and whenever he got done working with Dan, he wouldn't say nothing. He'd just leave. Mm-hmm. And Dan would be left back there, who knows, a mile and a half, or half a mile back there and have to walk back like to the lair. And so Jay was like, will you please go out there? They're going to blow a beaver dam and just go ride with Phil, help him. And then when Phil leaves, take the Argo back and go pick up Dan. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. And so we go out there, and this is probably 3 years ago. So Phil was probably 76, 75 at this time.
Yeah.
In Sanooks and just regular, like, dry fit pants.
Oh, yeah.
He gets out there in the middle of the bayou with a chainsaw and just cranks that joker and starts going to town on this, like, cutting this limb in this tree that we're trying to move for a beaver dam. And Dan is in the middle, like, on the side with a track hoe, like, pulling the beaver dam off. And I'm sitting there helping. There's a snake at Phil's feet. And I'm directly in line with Phil. And I have a 22, and he's like, just shoot it. Just shoot it. Like, he's sitting there with a chainsaw going. Like, I'm in line with him. Obviously, I'm shooting down, but he's like, just shoot it. I was like, just shoot this snake at his feet. And he's like, all right, good. And then he just keeps going. I'm talking about he's in hip deep water with Sanooks on.
Oh, yeah.
With a chainsaw at 76 years old, sawing down in the middle of this bayou and just asked me to shoot this snake directly in line with him with a 22 rifle. And he's never seen me shoot a gun, which is totally fine. I was capable, but hey, that's just something normal for him, which is hilarious.
He built different.
Yeah, and then just got in the Argo and left Dan, never told him we were leaving, you know. and we just dip out after he gets done. And then I just take the Argo back out there and pick up Dan. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that. Yeah.
Sounds
Been
So
there.
that's just like some funny stories.
Well,
Like,
snakes didn't bother him.
no, they didn't at all.
Okay. I've seen him step by so many that, I mean, literally, his foot's here, the snake's head's right here, and all the snake does is just open, and all you can see is white.
Yeah.
He lifts it, goes on, snake closes his mouth.
You were telling us that story the other day when he asked Jan to go get him some water, and he told her remember that snake bit her when he went to go get her some water,
Yeah.
or she went to get him water, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna die." You remember you said that story that Jan went to get him water, and he just told her she was like 6 years old.
I
He's
think
like,
that was Zach who told you
oh,
that.
that was Zach. He was telling us that story, and he was like, he looked at Jan, she's like 6 years old, and he's like, "Well, you're gonna die."
Yeah.
Well, no, because we was playing hide and go seek,
Yeah.
and we had a drain where Mama drained, washed dishes. It was wet out there.
Right.
Well, we had run through there playing. She run through there, and she come back and answered, I just got snake bit. Yeah, well, Mama looked on her calf, and you just seen one, like it looked like a stick.
Right. Yeah.
Picture. You know, we said, I said, no, I said, it'd be 2 holes if it's a snake. Well, hey, about an hour later, we looked, you could see it clearly.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what Phil said when he walked up. He said, well, you're going to die, Jan.
Well, me.
You go up being 6 years old, your brother's like, "Yeah, you're gonna die."
Hey, what's funny about this is, though, as many times as I've watched him step just on them, around them, Dan was the only one in the Robertson family that ever got bit.
That's crazy.
He
That's
got
crazy.
bit playing hide and go seek.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You gotta tell what he would say to you every single time he saw you, and Mama K would be like, "Phil, that's Bella's husband, Jacob,"
Oh, yeah.
and he'd be like, "Oh."
Well, what do you mean? What did he used
He
to
would say, "She's still cooking for you."
Oh yeah, he'd be
That's what
like,
he say every single
we'd
time.
be going duck hunting, and he'd be like, "Well, she's still cooking for you?" I was like, "Yes, sir." And he's like, "That's the best trait a woman could ever have." And then he'll go, "Now, who are you married to again?" We're like,
Which
Bella.
one of them?
And I was like, "Oh, Bella." He's like, "Oh, I love Bella."
Oh man, that's.
But it was like
fantastic.
every time, it was like, "She's still
She's
cooking."
still cooking. And
What'd
he
she
says
cook
it to
last
me. He
night?
would say it to me every single time too. "You still cooking for him?" "Yes, sir." "Good. That's good."
Good call.
Okay.
There you go.
Wisdom.
Hey, I can appreciate all those.
Hey, I appreciate it too.
Well, I'm surprised he didn't nickname you.
I think he might have at one point. I can't
My
remember.
dad took that.
Yeah, Willie definitely did that.
Really hung butt cut on you. It hadn't been the same.
Yeah,
ever since.
thunder thighs, butt cut. I can't remember. It's some other one.
Welcome, Mike.
Oh yeah, balk. I mean, he called me a balkamite, man.
Well,
The shoe fits.
yeah. What's I say?
If it fits, wear it.
It's weird.
Yeah, I'm wearing it, boys.
Oh,
I'm
my
gonna order
goodness.
some new clothes tonight and just wear it.
No, you're not. You
But
order
new clothes.
You order
that's
old
not-
clothes. That's terrible for your business model. You can't wear new clothes. What are you
I can
doing,
order it.
Jacob?
Hey,
Oh man,
it's
Oh.
new to me. You know what I'm saying?
All right, summertime is here, so look, a lot of y'all at home with the kids, they're driving you nuts. You're having to run them to baseball, to this, to swimming, to all the things. And you know what you always forget about?
Eating well.
Eating well.
You end up just going through some drive-through and shoving your face full of some processed
Which is, by the way, is expensive.
very expensive.
But if you want to eat well and you want to eat good, give our friends over at Factor a try this summer, because in 2 minutes or less, you can have a chef-prepared meal ready to go that's actually good.
You can trust us, because if you just go back and watch all these episodes, our weight is like the Judge Roy scream in this building. It's just up and down and up and down. And when we're doing good, it's partly because of Factor meals.
That's exactly right. They do help you stay on track no matter what plan you're on. And instead of spending your time inside prepping and cooking and all the things, get outside and do what you love. Let Factor take care of the shopping and prepping for you. Factor meals arrive fresh and ready to eat, perfect for any active lifestyle. And with 45 weekly menu options, you can pick gourmet meals that fit your goals. Are you a calorie counter? Do you really want to hammer home the protein?
I'm a protein guy.
Do you want keto? Or, whatever you want, they've got something to fit every plan that's out there. Look, Factor powers your day with satisfying breakfast, on-the-go lunches, premium dinners, and guilt-free snacks and desserts. And it's easy to savor more this summer with Factor. Pack in the flavor with none of the fuss. And you're like, man, how do I do that? Let me tell you how to do that. Get started at factormeals.com/duck50off and use code duck50off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code duck50off at factormeals.com/duck50off. for 50% off plus free shipping at factormeals.com/duck50off. So we're just coming up off a week 2 of Duck Dynasty. What'd you think of the second episode, Jacob? Do you know what I'm talking about here?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
What's the second episode?
A little
Jacob
pickleball
versus
scene.
Christian.
They played
Daddy
pickleball.
Daddy daycare.
Daddy
pickleball,
daycare.
And then what else? Y'all was playing mahjong or something?
Yeah, that's barely in it, but yeah.
So how was what's your opinions on Christian, like playing sports against him? Where you landing that? I know y'all are both uber competitive. Do you keep a tally of like wins versus losses, or?
I definitely keep receipts. If he ever, wants to talk crazy or something, I definitely have my receipts. But it really just depends on the day. If I want to win fair and square, which I do lose sometimes. I'm not saying I win every time, but even if I do lose, I always have a good time because I can always do a little provoking,
Jacob's not afraid to lose. The other one is.
This episode already aired, so you can say that you won.
Yeah. So like beating him in pickleball, I mean, I'm pretty positive that was going to happen, but ragging him the whole time was fun too, because at first it was just filming, but then about halfway through, the cameras were gone in his head and I got under his skin a little bit.
Yeah.
So it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But it was all love. I mean, it was good. He got to jump in the pond with his shirt off. Called him a loser in front of his family.
Called him a loser in front of his family over.
I remember that how they cut it. Like, if I can remember correctly, Honey's like there and they're like, cheer for your daddy. And I was like, yeah, cheer for a loser.
Cheer for a loser.
I love it, man. I love the competitiveness of y'all, man.
Oh, dude, my favorite thing we did.
Because you'll eventually get to a point in your life where you don't care about that kind of stuff. So while you do care, embrace it, man.
For sure.
Especially when you're the good trash talker. Like Johnny D's a world-class trash talker.
Oh, yeah.
He's always around till the meat gets to popping.
Oh, yeah.
Then I disappear.
Then he's gone.
I'm there to start a fight, not to finish
They've played pickleball together.
Yeah, and Jacob's going to beat me every time.
Yeah.
You was around Al too much then.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
You instigated.
Al.
Then back off and watch the fun.
Yeah, watch everybody fight.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's a fun place to be, too.
Yeah. Just
Well,
stir it.
I won't
Jacob
act
stirs the pot.
Yeah, I like to stir the pot sometimes.
Oh,
It's just fun, you sit back drinking like a Topo Chico or something, just instigating the pot,
He just dropped a Topo Chico on him.
This is what Jacob likes to do. Sometimes he'll just like bother me and bother me and bother me and bother me about something, like make fun of me for something.
He's not going to change.
And then the second I'm like, Jacob, stop.
I'm like,
he's
what
like,
did I do?
What did I do?
Well, it ain't no fun if it don't bother
That
you.
was
That's
like
what I'm
John
saying.
David the other day.
Oh,
Yeah.
What did I do?
Yeah, I heard about that at home, John David.
Oh, you got to be able to poke the bear and get him to growl a couple
Bella.
times anyway.
Bella, I'm obviously Team Bella.
It was
here.
the shot heard around the world.
How did that many people hear about it? Why?
Because
Okay, people. So
She
you don't
pretty
know what
much
we're talking about.
She
She
posted
pretty
it on-
much walked office to office around
Oh,
here
yeah.
telling
She put it
people,
on
so-
Duck Commander Yik Yak.
I don't even know what that is.
What is
I don't
Yik
either.
Yak?
It's like
Oh,
an
I know
anonymous
some.
post thing they have at colleges.
Anyway, I was messing with Bella because she is one of my favorite high school memories of all time. Her time in high school because it was so bizarre. And you'd sometimes show up to school, you'd sometimes just sleep the whole time. Call me a
I
liar.
went to high school for 1 year.
Okay, there it is.
That's
and
what
so then
she-
she was
that's what
like,
she's talking
I'm just going to do it online.
And I did, and I graduated a year early, also with half my freshman year done.
And I told you how that was way cooler than what any of your brothers and
That's
sisters
not what
did.
you said.
That is exactly how I meant it to come out.
No.
What did I say?
It didn't
You
come
said-
out that
Blast
way.
them.
John David said that I bought my degree
Oh,
after I worked
David.
so hard for it.
After you and Martin worked so hard
Okay,
for it.
he says that was the 6th grade.
No,
Martin?
No,
Okay,
no.
Martin?
Maybe a few days.
When we
and
got to,
Shelby. Don't make me call Shelby.
The 6th grade.
Here's what I'll say: you got a little behind on your senior year and had to catch up in
Because
math.
I was taking 3 years at one time.
I'm not. I don't disagree with that. I'm not disagreeing with that. I helped you in my office do some math.
Okay, but
He was a
helping me
tutor.
for
I was a tutor. Now there was one
is
point.
not
There was one point where you
buying
looked
a
at
degree
me.
I did for a whole.
There was one point where you looked at me kind of
years.
crazy, and I was just like, "Give me the computer. Let me do this. Get this over with." Like, but it was simple. It was not.
She's looking at
No,
me.
One.
But no, let me tell you why. Because being where I was and being where I am now, the stuff that they were asking her to do, there is zero chance she will ever have to do that again in her life. So, like, I already
But
know how to do this.
I
Let's
did
get
it.
this over with because I don't want to teach
You
it.
did it.
Like, boom,
I'm saying
you did it.
because Martin helped me one time doesn't
Yeah.
mean my whole degree is.
It was a
kaput.
joke.
I think it
We're
was
proud of
probably
you.
a little bit of embellishment that maybe got taken a little too far. But you know,
Thank you.
that's all
Wait,
good.
I did that?
The embellishment,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
that's
It
what
took
I'm
it-
saying.
okay,
Yeah.
that tracks.
That's what.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, my bad.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
good
saying.
call, good call.
That's what I'm getting at. But no, I mean, I wouldn't. If I would have thought any of the math I was helping with on some of that stuff was like, you'll use this again. No, you're going to learn how to do it. But
I'm the king of the online.
but a
study.
squared plus b squared equals c squared, Pythagorean theorem. You're not using this. Let me knock this out and get this over.
I
with.
think I'm
Like,
to the point where I could
this
tell
is
the
dumb.
truth about my college and it wouldn't matter in life.
What about college?
I think technically everyone bought their degree. I mean,
yeah,
to a certain
you did.
$100%.
standpoint.
I
I mean, you gotta pay.
against
You gotta
college
pay
in
to go to
general.
college, whether you got a scholarship or not.
Yeah,
Like, somebody's paying for it.
somebody paying for it. Yeah, that's exactly right.
I'm against college.
well, for some people,
I got a finance degree, so I could deal with that.
Yeah.
That's your tire, Bella.
That's her tire.
Is that the rim? Is
2
bent?
days after my daughter was born.
The
But you
undercarriage
blame the
was also
tire.
broke off. No, I blame myself. I know what I did that time.
She knows what she did.
That don't look too bad about the tire. The rim looks
Yeah,
No,
the rim looks
What's
jank.
not pictured is
Yeah.
the other tire that's also the same way, and the undercarriage that had fallen off.
Oh, who did you hit?
That's what we're worried
The
about.
the median on Forsyth.
Okay.
Don't go down Foresight, boys, without thinking about the median.
Yeah.
Those
Well,
great
there's a
myrtles
lot
come out
of
of nowhere,
I'm
don't
telling
they?
Yeah, because there's a lot of them.
That's what it'll do to a Volvo.
Those great myrtles.
Classic.
Well, Bella, Jacob, thank y'all for joining us.
Oh,
This
yeah.
has been a
fun.
lot of fun. We're going.
I was looking forward to today for a while,
It is fun. We've laughed,
which
the
is
whole
kind of
time.
why I poked the bear the other day. I was like, she's coming on. I got to get her fired up, ready to fight.
It's been really fun because the first time in a while we've just laughed the whole time, right? So
Yeah.
it feels like getting
You want me
finding.
to do a Bible verse to take us away from
I
that?
do. I'm just saying, but finally finding a sense of normalcy and all the things, you know.
And
of
that is
life
what the
and-
Bible verse is kind of about today, because you know a lot of people are going under transition. No more than Miss K.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I should tell the story or not, but I'm going to tell it. I went
Okay.
down and talked to Miss K
Yeah.
last week, gave her a hug, and she said, "Mini me." She goes, "When I'm ready to laugh again, I'm going to come be on that podcast with you and Si." And I said, "You just say
Hey,
when."
spoiler alert, Kay stopped by here. When was that? Yesterday?
Really?
Yeah, she stopped by here yesterday. Me and Bella went out. She didn't get out of the car, but she just held her hand out the window. She said, I just love being back out. I got my chauffeur Nan here driving me around. Kay's she living her best life, man.
Yeah, and I wanted a lot of the questions I've seen in the emails and stuff have been, how's Miss Kay? And so if you're wondering, that's how Miss Kay's doing.
Yeah.
As good as anybody can be doing. And once again, shout out to Jay and Anna for everything they've done for Kay and Phil, especially Kay since Phil's been gone. And I just did this verse like 2 weeks ago when Jeff was here.
Good.
But it reigns truer today than it has any time.
Yeah.
James 1:27, religion that God our Father accepts as pure and faultless is this, to look after orphans and widows in their distress, to keep oneself from being polluted by the world. If you're wondering how Miss Kay's doing, she's got an army up here surrounding her, led by Jay and Anna Stone. And we love her. And I really hope sometime soon we can try and figure out how to get her on here, because she's ready to laugh. When she's ready to laugh, we're going to laugh.
From what I saw yesterday, it won't be as long as maybe any of us had imagined. Yeah. So she was back being Kay. She was just sitting there, but she was being Kay. She had that look on her face and all the things, and was making jokes. I think she had
just went and got her hair done.
Yeah. So keep her in your prayers, but that is your Kay update, which is probably because all the prayers that all y'all have been sending out. It's been unbelievable.
Well, they certainly don't hurt, that's for sure.
Yeah, we're into them.
Yeah, but we'll see y'all next time right here in the Duck Call Room. We're out.